People don't realize there's a big difference between making money and making a profit. You can make a lot of money, but that don't mean that you're gonna profit anything. It's just like at your regular job. At your regular job, you can make, I don't know, let's say you make $50,000 a year, but yet at the end of the month you still broke. Why? Because even though you make money, you got so many bills that it's just coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. You're not actually putting nothing aside for yourself and your future. So your life is just like any other business. You making money, but that don't mean that at the end of the year you done. If you making $70,000, that don't mean at the end of the year you done save 30 grand. I guarantee you, most people making 70,000 ain't saving 30 G's cash money in the bank every year. I guarantee you. Most people making 80,000 don't even have 100,000 in the bank. Why? Because even though you're making a lot of money, you shelling it out, thinking that I'm supposed to live a certain way because I make a certain amount of money. Now, if everybody lived like they was in the projects and they was making 70,000 a year, man, y'all would be rich in 5 years flat. If you lived like you was on welfare, struggling, but yeah, you was making 70,000, 80,000 a year, in 5 years, you'd be woo, over $250,000 in your bank account. And then once you get that kind of money, you can say, okay, how can I make this money work for me? And you be set for the rest of your life. But it seems to me like people who make a lot of money, they don't think like that. They don't never think, let me live broke, make a lot of money, and save 90% of my income, live off 10%, and then by the end of the year, that's all cash money in my bank account. Just that easy, by doing nothing, but just living like I'm broke. I never understood why people that make a lot of money don't do that. It seems like people that make a lot of money do the opposite. What they do is they buy more stuff, get into more debt, they collect more things because they feel like they making money and they can do that. Dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. But, you know, you can't tell folk what to do, but I can say this. You can't tell folk what to do, but when they get themselves in a bad situation, they come to you for help. Hey man, help me out, I'm broke, help me out, I'm struggling, man, help me out, I need this, help me out, I need that. But when they was up, you couldn't tell them nothing. Now that they down, or now that they in debt, or now that they need a little rescue mission, they want to cry out to you now. But when you were telling them, hey man, you done got a little bump in pay at your job, don't upgrade your life, live the same life you living now, and then just keep that bump in pay. Put that money aside every month in a high interest savings account and just let it build up. You think they'll do that? Absolutely not. They get a little bump in pay, they get a little raise, they get a little nice career, they gonna upgrade their life. Something happened medically to them, they get laid off, they get a divorce, something can happen to where your lifestyle can go from here to here. And you wasn't planning for that. But if you always at the bottom and something happened, who cares? Because you already at the bottom. But if you at the bottom, but you making top dollar money, and let's say you okay with living your life at the bottom and you making top dollar money, you be set for the rest of your life. The money be piling in, your lifestyle hasn't changed, and if something bad happen, who cares? You got a big money pillow that you can fall on, and it will stop that blow from you hitting the ground. Just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, you know, just a thought. All right, let's go to these Mexicans.